everybody, welcome to Robert's train set. I've got my tea. It's 10:20, a bit late. So in the last video, I'll just put this down. In the last video, I tried to do an automatic run-in with the 121 going from the far terminal station to the inside terminal station, and it wasn't particularly successful, was it? So I just had a breakaway there. The usual gremlins, you get the camera going and they all start playing up. Although, to be honest, I've only got one on the layout running at the moment. And you'll be very surprised to see what it is when I show you it in a minute. So I'm going to show you this running session with the 121 hopefully completing its course. It won't be all completely automatic. I've still got a couple of points that refuse to change when they should. They're told by the computer to change, but they just don't. So my hand comes into fruition there and changes it. So it's not absolutely perfect, but I am asking it to do a lot. So, you know, it's a very small layout, isn't it? You know, with not a lot of room for manoeuvring. So anyway, I'm going to get the overhead camera going, and I'll have my little cube camera in one of the stations, and I'll follow it around with this camera a bit as well. So, but you will be surprised by the locomotive that I've got running at the moment as part of this shuttle run. So I'll show you that first, and then we'll get on with it. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. So everybody, what's it going to be? Let's wait and see what comes, shall we? It's just being held up in the station for a stop at the moment, and here it comes. Or she comes. Yes, it's the 03 Shunter. Now, the last time we saw this little fella, he was having an awful lot of trouble with the points, wasn't he? Do you remember? And I said I'm probably going to have to get a stay alive. So I suppose you're all thinking that yes, I've put the stay alive in it, but no, I haven't. It's running like this as it was in the last time you saw it. I've done nothing to it at all. So what's happening? Why does it run all right? The only thing I can say is better feeding of the power to the rails with all the down droppers and everything like that. It's not relying on the fish plates anymore to get the power to where it needs to go, and obviously all the points have a direct connection, and it's working lovely. So this has been trundling around, so I'll now get the rest of this all going and we'll see how we go. Alright everybody, but I'm really delighted with it. Whether I will still fit the stay alive, because it does stutter sometimes, but it's been really good. It's been running round, not stopping or anything, so it's great. So let's get on with the next bit, shall we everybody? So I've got the three trains going around on the complete loops, which don't cause a problem. They all run, they don't need to stop for each other, and it all works lovely. We've got the Earl for Kelly again. I did try other locos, but they kept derailing. So Earl it is. Well done, Earl. So I'm about to inject the 121 and we'll see what happens. So I've just switched the switch for the 121 and we'll have to see how long it waits before it leaves. It's obviously all dependent on the early St Germans train. And at the moment it's at stop. So as you hear, I've got all the sounds going, which I hope you won't mind, but you know, I do have a sound train set. And here we go. I've also got the little cube camera on the main station there. What I'll get out of it, I don't quite know. So at some stage with this, I'm going to have to go and switch the switches that don't work. But at the moment, it's doing all right. Well, everybody, I came down and had my lunch, and while I was having my lunch, I watched what's on behind me, which is the view I got from the little cube camera on the platform. I must admit, I was quite pleased. It's not a bad place to be, as you've seen. So I'm just showing this behind me as I'm talking to you, because I can. So as you've seen, it wasn't, you certainly couldn't say it was 100% good. It wasn't. But I'm probably asking the system to do an awful lot with all 3 tracks running and then trying to get a train across. There's quite a bit of, must be quite a bit of computing going on in its little brain into what it's got to do. And yes, it needed a bit of help from my fingers for those points. Now the computer is actually telling it to change. It's I think something to do with the hardware. Could be my Hornby controllers, you know, not really up to the job maybe, I don't know. But other ones on the layout, which are double ones, like the one over here, they all work all right. So I don't understand it, I must admit, very strange. But what you might have realised is I made the trains a bit shorter to get this to work as it has. And it looks to me as though if I want to do auto running, the trains can't be any more than say 4 carriages long. If I just want to run them round, you know, the roundy, yes, I can have them as long as I like, as long as there's nothing else trying to get on that line. So because of the size of my layout, I will have to make compromises, I think. But I hope you've enjoyed what I've done, and I did manage to get one almost to do it completely, which I think you saw on the overhead. So it can be done, but there are so many variables that no 2 runs, although it's the same program every time, they're not the same. They just alter. So it's quite interesting to see what the computer decides to do. So I haven't actually done any work to the outer loops upstairs yet, the outer loop. I wanted a bit of a break and I wanted to have a play, so that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to start fairly soon on that, and obviously there will be quite a break, so I hope you don't mind, but I just need to get on with it, I think. Obviously the trains will probably need to be brought back down here. I don't particularly want to leave them there with maybe dust and fluff going around. And I've also got to try and get rid of some of the stuff on the fiddle yard. But I think what I'm going to do first of all is to get that outer loop going. Not bother with the fiddle yards, although the little fiddle yard I probably will do. And leave that big fiddle yard until the end, and then do that, and I'll have a bit more places to put things, because I don't really want to take the things that are on there apart, because they're on there because they're difficult to take apart and put back together again, and you're likely to damage them. So there we go. So I hope you'll bear with me while I get on with the rest of the work, which I'm quite enjoying doing, I must admit. It's nice to get things. And I think I've certainly got more reliability on the layout, having put in the droppers and all the extra wires and so forth. So I think it is, as an exercise itself, it's worth doing, you know, without you know, doing all the occupation and everything. So as you saw with the little O3 shunter, you know, it would never have gone round this lot in rail master days, would it, as you saw. So I've enjoyed watching this on the TV. I tend to try and do that before I put it on the computer, so that you get a rough idea what it look on a big screen. And you must be getting a bit sick and tired of seeing the Bachmann 37 going through the picture, but it's been really reliable and ran all the time, no problems at all. So signing off now. As I said, if you want to subscribe, it's free. Comments are welcome, questions are welcome. I'll try and answer them if I know the answer. I certainly know a lot more now than when I started, definitely. So it's, you know, I've been quite pleased with that, I must admit. So we'll let the little 121 go on its journey, trying to avoid all the rest of the trains running. And I'll see you next time. Cheers everybody, cheers.